Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about cutting the cost of living. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Here are 7 suggestions for cutting costs, so you don't have to stress so much about money. There are several methods to save money on your energy bills, including cutting down on the amount of electricity you use to heat or cool your house, as well as providing power for lights and other appliances. Typical residential power bills account for around 12% of the average family's budget. There are a number of urgent steps you may take to lower these costs. Take a break from using the computer by turning down the thermostat. To avoid wasting electricity, don't run the dishwasher until you have a full load. There are some basic actions that you can do to save money on gas and electricity, but you'll need to go to the hardware shop and install a programmable thermostat and use energy-efficient light bulbs to complete the process. Other strategies for savings that don't demand an upfront expenditure but will pay off in the long term include purchasing Energy Star products and switching to a more efficient light bulb. Invest in a new water heater. A new heating and cooling system may save you money and help the environment, but big utility upgrades can be expensive, so check your state's government website for additional details. The vast majority of these companies provide consumers with assistance in making the change over to more energy-efficient heating methods. Maine, for example, provides a $1,000 refund program for homes that move from oil to heat pumps and a low-interest credit program to assist and pay the expense. Cable TV or streaming services, the internet, mobile phone magazines, weight reduction programs, and so on are all paid for on a recurring basis by most of us. Consider the following questions before making a final decision on whether or not you should continue to use this service. How frequently will I use something? Is it necessary? And can I live without it? Make sure you unsubscribe from any newsletters or regular adverts delivered by the stores when you terminate your membership. Third, set yourself a budget and start tracking your expenditures. Tracking your expenditures for 30 or 60 days is a great way to get a clear picture of where your money is going. For example, it's surprising to see how much you've spent on your Kindle and on your morning egg muffin, but that's a terrific learning opportunity for you to discover where you can cut costs going forward. The typical approach of tracking expenses involves writing down each one as it occurs. This unpleasant activity discourages a large number of potential cost cutters. Since we live in the 21st century, we don't have to worry about remembering everything. We want to record in the event that you make all of your purchases using a credit or debit card. Be sure to review your bills to see exactly what you purchased and how much you spent. Desires are taken into account. One option is to print out a statement and use various colored highlighters or pens to categorize different sorts of expenditure, or write them down under the headings Necessities and Desires on debit card accounts. Keep your receipts if you prefer to pay with cash. Some financial institutions even feature a pie chart showing where your money is being spent. Reduce your home expenditures by a minimum of 4%. Most people's biggest cost is their home. More than 36% of the income of those making under $50,000 a year goes to housing, which is more than the 30% rule of thumb suggested by financial experts. Lenders want to see a borrower spend roughly 28% of their pre-tax income on housing, which may seem like a nuclear option, but it is something worth considering. And downsizing may be simpler than you think for individuals who own a house. Lower monthly payments and lower interest rates by refinancing your home, getting rid of private mortgage insurance is a solid first step. While purchasing a property with less than a 20% down payment, private mortgage insurance (PMI) is needed, but may be withdrawn after you have 20% equity. Even if you haven't paid down your mortgage by that much, you may ask your lender to cancel your PMI, and they must comply as a short-term rental if the value of your house has climbed to the point where you have 20% equity in your property. Number 5. Make your own food. Eating at home may save you a lot of money. Even if you don't consider yourself a chef, meal planning on a weekly basis might help you pick what you'll eat for the week. It's easy to find recipes on the internet if you don't have time to cook during the week. So create a big batch of something on the weekend that you can eat during the week. It's as simple as portioning it out into daily meal containers and grabbing and going with a substantial soup stew or casserole. A half dozen one-portion containers will pay off fast if you don't go through the drive-thru on a regular basis. The sixth, there are several methods to save money at the supermarket, but it all starts with the shopping list. This simple practice may help you save money on food and prevent impulsive purchases while planning meals. In order to keep things as easy or complicated as you desire, you may use a list or an app to help you keep track of everything you need to buy. 7. To pay off your debts. Devise a strategy. Since credit card debt grows and expands, unlike car or mortgage payments, and is difficult to reduce, paying more than the minimum on your cards should be part of your budget. Keep debt cancellation, particularly credit canceling, in mind as you increase your mortgage or car principal payments to save money each month. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. If you would like to support our channel, you can click on the subscribe below, as this will motivate us to do better. Thank you and goodbye.